Okay, we're back again, and I want to give you an update of where we are and what's been going on. First thing I want to go over is I'd been gone for a couple of weeks, and when I got back, I went to weld up the patch on the rear fender over here on the bottom side, and was out of gas, out of mid gas, and I don't know what happened. Um, It was at least a quarter tank or more of gas when I left. I know the obvious thing is, oh, well, you left it on, it leaked out. But no, I had the valve completely closed off, and I opened it up and got nothing. So the only thing I can think of is there's got to be a leak somewhere before the regulator for that to happen. Anyway, I'm going to have to get the tank refilled, and when I do, I'm going to ask him to either give me another tank or get that one leak checked. Because can't have that. It's not cheap. The other thing we've done going on here is I had to do some little cutting on the inside here. That's what I wanted to show you. If you remember, we have these radiator pipes here on the inside that run through this tunnel, and they go all the way up under the dashboard for the heater core. And then they run back through here, out the rear of the vehicle, and hook up to the radiator hoses. The problem with that was, if you remember on the other side, I could not work around those, because these are not actually hoses, they're pipes. I couldn't work around them, I couldn't move them, I couldn't clean under them, or get them cleaned up good enough to be paint ready, so basically they had to come out. And the only way to do that, there's just no other way around it. I had to cut them. So what I did was I cut this section out. Here is a nice square piece. Shouldn't be a big deal. It's not a structural component to weld a piece back in there when the time comes. Hopefully I'll be able to put some sort of coupling on those and just put them back together. If not, I may have to wind up replacing them all the way through. But when I did, it turned out to be that there was a huge mouse nest back inside this tunnel, which I had missed. I thought I'd got them all, but looks like one of our rodent friends had made his home there, and so I had to get all that out of there. So once those hoses were out of the way, once I got those pipes cut out, I was able to pull them out the rear side there, and I want to show you when I did. There was a plate back there. This is where all those pipes pass through, and the speedometer cable, all the engine controls, all the cables and so forth pass through that well back there. And it's actually kind of a good thing I did. I went ahead and cleaned that up and got it and painted it and everything. And also there was this rubber gasket was on that, and of course it's more or less just destroyed. And that's one of the reasons why I would never been able to paint back there. Made it all more necessary to get that out of the way. And I think I can just make something like that. Maybe get like a rubber grommet kit and make something that'll work for that when the time comes, because that's unusable. And I'm just going to go ahead and venture a wild guess here and suppose that that's not going to be something that's going to be available that I'll be able to find. So I'll have to put something together for that. The other issue we got here is we had to do a little more cutting than really I wanted to, but there was no way around it. If you look down here, you can see there's the new floor pan, okay? And down here, here's the other floor pan. And you can see where it joins. This is the this partition here. If you can see, there's actually three pieces of metal that join together right there. This the floor pan, the old floor pan, this partition, I'll back out so you can see it better, and this rear deck right here. And so those three pieces of metal were coming together right there, and there's a bead that runs across there, and they were in pretty bad shape. There's some rust under there. I did not want to weld that old rusty metal back to my brand new floor pans. So I went ahead and cut that out. I'll have to cut it out on the bottom there on the other floor pan later, but I wanted to go ahead and show you now what we did. We had to cut it right there just beyond that bead, because I don't have a bead roller. I don't have a way of making that bead when I go back to repair it. And I left myself enough metal there to be able to weld to. So what I'm going to do is make a piece that will back it from here on this side down inside that well, and then I'll be able to add a piece to the front here that will span from the floor pan up to the partition and join to the back of that piece there. So that's kind of where we are with that. Still working on the rear, on the underneath of the car. Haven't been able to get all of that rubberized crap off the bottom. I do have the front. It's completed now though, but I did want to go ahead and update and show you where we are with that. So that's about it for now. Hopefully the next video I'll get my gas tank filled. We'll get that final fender well repair made and get those primed and everything, and we'll be able to flip the car back over on this side, because the other side is, the light is poor. It's difficult to work over there. It's not a very big garage. I don't have a lot of room to work over there, so it's much easier to get to from this side. The other issue I have here, as you can see, in this inside rocker, this is going to have to be cut out. I've already marked it for cutting out. This is all nice and solid though. The other thing is the seatbelt bolt won't budge. I've tried and tried and tried everything I can think of. Heated it, hosed it down. It's got a piece of metal here and a piece of rubber behind it, and it won't come out. So I'm going to try the other side of that. The outside rocker has been opened up because it was rotted. I may be able to access it from that side. I don't know. I'm not very hopeful, to be honest. I don't really think so, but we'll give it a shot. And if not, probably going to have to just wind up cutting it out to put a new one in. So, but it's got to come out of there. That's all there is to it. There's some rust back there and everything. So that's where we are now. Appreciate you watching and keeping up with it. It's been more slow going than I thought. I apologize for that. I thought I would, at this point, would have made a lot more progress than this, but there's been some hiccups that have kept me from getting out here and working like I'd like to. I mean, I'd like to be on it every day, but it's just not possible. So, but I'll keep posting, and I appreciate you watching again. Any comments that you have, any suggestions, I'm certainly open to them, and I do appreciate your comments. However, please keep your comments to things that relate to the car. So not anything personal, anything like that. So anyway, like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.